Hey, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to plant collard greens for beginners. That's right. Even if you're not a beginner, I got tips and tricks that may help you out. So let me go right into it. First thing you're going to need, of course, collard green seeds. And I have my bootstrap farmer trays. These things are nice and sturdy. So if you want to invest in some great seeding trays, Bootstrap Farmer is the way to go. And I'll put a link in the description for these products as well. I have Vermiculite. I'm gonna show you why you may want to try that. It works for me. I ran out. I went to the grocery store today. I got to go get some. This is a straight game changer. This is ground cinnamon. Wait till you see how you should apply this. I got a little bit, but I'm gonna show you how to use it. All right. And you need a potting mix. My potting mix that I like to use is Happy Frog, and I'll put that down in the description as well, but you can use whichever one you like. But that Happy Frog has all the ingredients to make my plants healthy and strong. So let's go ahead and get some going. Now, this is the Happy Frog mix that I was telling you about. This right here has been a game changer for me. So what I do is I made a strainer. And if you don't know how to make this strainer, no worries. I'll put the video at the end of this link and you'll be able to make it fairly easy. All right, so in a lot of potting mixes, they have a lot of chunks of debris like wood chips, which are great. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And don't throw it away because you're gonna need that for your garden. So let me bring you down close so you can see how it goes down. So all I'm gonna do is take some of my Happy Frog mix and I'm gonna put it out on this screen like this. And all I'm gonna do is go back and forth. And the soil is gonna go down to the bottom. It's gonna be nice and fluffy. And the debris, which are the wood chips, they're gonna stay up here. And I'm gonna show you why this has been a game changer in a second. All right, so once I've done this, especially with my little seeds, I have had a lot of success with my germination. All right, so let me bring you in close. All right, can you see all that? The heavy wood chips. Let me show these thick chunks. All right, so just imagine if I'm planting those tiny fall seeds and I got all this debris, which are my wood chip chunks, and they're on top of it. Chances are I'm gonna have poor germination, because they're not gonna be able to grow through these big, thick wood chips. So that's why this screen right here is a game changer. And once again, if you don't know how to make it, don't worry. At the end of the video, I'm gonna put my link to the video that shows how to make this. It's real easy. So now all I have to do is scoop this up, and I like to take the other cup and then pack it down to get all the air pockets out. Scoop it up. It may take a while to do so, but I want to get those gaps out, and I don't want to pack it all the way up to the top. I'm going to show you how far I go. All right, but this right here is going to be another game changer when you find out why I don't fill it all the way up to the top. All right, so if you look at that top, there's a top line right here. I used to go all the way up to the top, but now I stop at that first little line up here. And let's go ahead and I'm gonna fill these up, and then I'm gonna show you how I put my seeds in and why I do that. All right, so let's go. Now, I just got finished filling these up. Now I'm going to get my Georgia collards ready to seed, and I got some more on the way. Now, I normally put only 2 seeds in here per pot, because just in case one of them doesn't sprout, I'll have another chance at having them sprout. All right, these are a little older, so I'm going to put more than one, and I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle a couple in of each cell, and that is gonna increase my chances of germination. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind is that you want to thin these out. So if I put 3 of them in here, I'm not gonna let all 3 of them stay in this pot. All right, so, and the other benefit for using this pot, this type of pot, is because all I can do is when it's time for me to water, I'm going to take one of the pots up and then go ahead and water, and then I don't have to worry about splashing the top. Now, after I get finished seeding this, I am going to use my spray to get it nice and moist, but I'm only going to do that twice, and you will see that in a couple of seconds or minutes. So let me go ahead and get finished sprinkling these out, and then I'll get back with you. And don't forget, I'll put the link down at the bottom for this tray, just in case if you want to take a look at it. All right, so let me finish up and I'll get back to you. All right, I just got finished seeding this. So all I'm gonna do is lightly spray over the top. And like I said, this will be the only time that I water from the top, because I don't want to pour water down on top of this and then knock my seeds out of the soil. And then if there's any fungus at the top, I don't want to splash it on my seedlings as they come up. All right, here's the next step. This is one of my game changers. I'm using my vermiculite, and I'm going to use it as the topsoil. So my seeds are still exposed. This stuff is so light and fluffy that when the seeds are ready to sprout up, they're going to go boom and bust straight on up. And I used to have a hard time with this when I add the soil, because I was heavy-handed and I was just spraying the soil out generously. Now this light stuff, all I'm going to do is use this as the topsoil, and the teeny seeds, they have no choice but to come through. All right, so that's all you have to do. If you have a hard time with your seedlings coming up because you think you might have put too much soil over top of those tiny seeds, then you may want to try this. All right, so all I'm doing is layering it on top. And once I get finished, then you'll see what I'm gonna do next. All right, so let me bring you in close so you can see how it looks. So all I'm doing is going all the way down. I can go back and forth, whichever works for you. If I see some light areas, I'll come back in and fill it in. And don't worry, I'll clean this up too, because I don't want my wife to get me. All right, so almost done. And like I said, this right here has made a big difference. If you have a hard time getting those teeny seeds to germinate, then even I've been doing this for a while. I say, hey, I might as well do it this way so that I can get great germination, because I haven't been so successful by just putting the soil on top. Because like I said, I'm heavy-handed, and that wasn't working for me. But this right here, this has been working. If you look back in some of my other videos, this is all I do. I'm telling you, especially with these little seeds, game changer. Makes me look like a pro. So if you're struggling with it, might as well try this. And the last thing I'm gonna do for this is to go ahead and put this down, and then I'm gonna talk to you about what to do with the actual ground cinnamon, which is another game changer. All right, so I'm just wetting that down so it doesn't fly up. All right, now I'll be back with you in a couple seconds. All right, the reason why I use cinnamon and the reason why I don't have any, because I already started some of my fall seeds already, and I kind of use a lot of that over there. But all you're gonna do after you get finished, and you can do this once the seedlings start to sprout up, but since I already put the water over top for moisture, I still like to make sure that I don't have any fungus. And so I would take this, I got a little bit, I gotta go get some tomorrow. I'm gonna spray this all over my area, even though I'd have put the vermiculite down. I'm putting this on top of the vermiculite. All right, the reason why is your ground cinnamon is anti-fungal. It has anti-fungal properties. So even if you get some of that white fungus, chances are I will get a little bit. Once I see it, or even before I see it, I'm using the cinnamon, and that's going to help me fight against it so it doesn't kill out my seedlings. And if I do see it, you better believe I'm going to put it over top of it as quickly as I can. And that is going to help me. Now, when you water from the bottom, eventually you're going to see it. It's going to get wet you'll see it from the top. If there is a little bit of fungus, just get your ground cinnamon, have it on hand. Don't run out like I did. And I'm telling you, it is going to help you so much. All right. So that's why I use this. All right. So in the past, I've had a lot of seedlings. When I first started, I had seedlings that look good, and then that fungus gets on it, and then boom, then it's dead. Right now with this and my vermiculite, because the vermiculite keeps moisture in, I'm not gonna have that many problems. I'm telling you. And the last thing I do, this is also from Bootstrap Farmer. Like, once again, I'll put the link in the description down below. And I like to use these humidity domes. And so when I get it, I still like to have some airflow coming in. So I will probably turn it half, where still you have half the holes in. Let me see if I can get you in close. I have one completely open, and then I have one about halfway open, like that. And then I'll go ahead and put it over top, just like this. And you want to make sure that you check it to make sure that you don't have any issues. I wouldn't leave it for a couple weeks, because then time the seedlings come up, I'm taking this bad boy off. And then the only other thing I do, I put it in over there on my grow rack right there, and then it'll start growing. All right, so one reason why I like to grow indoors first before I take them outside is because it's still real hot outside. The seeds will love the heat once it breaks through, but I don't want to have to worry about any of the pests still that's out there, because in the fall when it gets cool, you don't have to worry about that many pests. And a viewer messaged me 3 days ago and asked me what kind of collards I had, why they don't look like they have any bug pressure on it. Is because I time it right. I got them in here when it's still hot outside. If I put them out there now, chances are I'm gonna have to deal with the bug pressure, and I'm gonna have to spray, use neem oil and things like that. I don't want to go through that hassle. So once it gets cooler, then you already know you're not gonna have that many pests. So this is one of the reasons why I do what I do, and it works for me. All right. So thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to share this video with others, especially beginners that want to try to start a fall garden. I've shown you my tips that work for me. And if you have any tips as well that I did not say, put them down in the comments so I can know and we can learn from one another. All right, until next time, I'll see you later. All right, and don't forget that video is either here or here.